Hello and welcome to Let's Play Dominions 4, episode 15. In the last episode we banished the god of Kailasa, indeed completely vanquished her, we taken all her provinces and defeated all her troops. Now it's time to reorganize and go full force on our next opponent, that would be Helheim. I already given all the orders needed for this turn, nothing particularly fancy, I just accumulating my troops where they are needed to be ready to attack the enemy's lands on short notice. What's that? That's a Bane. So they already summoning Banes, that's not pretty. I should think about how I'm going to tackle this, since I don't have much in the way of anti-undead. I don't even have that powerful priests. Okay, whatever, that's a problem for another time. Now I'm going to concentrate on the positives. For example, the fact that I'm one step away from attaining level 7 in enchantment tree, that will give us gift of health. And also I'm going to tap into the blood magic, so I'll get me Sabbat Master and Sabbat Slave, so I can link my pens into communions so they can cast especially powerful buffs on a battlefield. Okay, next turn there'll be lots more to see, so let's go right there. Right, here we are. Enchantment completed, blood magic completed, justice planned, some more sites. That's an iron cliff, unremarkable. Voice of Apsu, Academy of Crescent Moon. That's something I'm not even familiar this. Let's look at it. Wow, that's quite a powerful water mage. That's quite a nice mage as well. Reasonable water power and quite a variety of random magics. Also, if he gets astral random, he'll be our most powerful astral mage to boot. That's very nice. I think I should consider recruiting a few of those guys. So what if they're old and slow and recruited from God knows where? There is a laboratory already here, so I can just stick a flying boots on them and cart them to wherever they are necessary. Oh, by the way, last minute change from the previous turn, I decided to get about 200 troops and try and take this throne for good, because I can't stand looking at this thing. I'll go full buffs, that will be mass protection, relief, iron, strength of giants. I also taking with me all my center hierophants, quite a bunch of casters. That will be either glorious or disastrous, depending. In a couple of turns we'll be in a place to actually attack. Alright, what else happened on this turn? That was Voice of Apsu, Auspex nothing, another Voice of Apsu nothing, Arcane Probing nothing. Well, nobody actually casting Haruspex, what do you know? I should actually try to do that. What's that? That's a giant sorcerer. Can't ever have enough of those. That would be a glorious combat mage that I am at almost no risk of losing, and with flying shoes he's extremely mobile. Basically send him to wherever I need him, up to and including airdropping into enemy territory and casting some spells to solo the province if need be. That's a very nice get. Alright, what's next? Dark knowledge, no new sights. Blood hunting as usual. Armor still fighting against Helheim and still losing against Helheim. That's kind of troubling. By the way, that's what Bane looks like. It's a powerful undead with a eponymous Bane blade that deals an extra decay damage. Basically it ages your units in a matter of turns instead of years. Quite heavily armored, very resistant to banishment. Basically you need dust to dust spam to deal with those effectively, and it's not like I'm going to have a lot of death mages anytime soon. I have a plans to get death mages, but that would have been a few death mages, not cohorts I need to effectively counteract those kind of troops and commanders. Thankfully they don't have whites, at least. Whites are like smaller banes, but they have shields and they are units instead of commanders. Not something you want to meet on a field of battle. Alright, there is another battle. Barbarians taking Helheim province. Only saving grace at this point for me is that Helheim sitting on Misfortune 3 Dominion and is constantly bombarded by various negative events. Okay, some barbarians are going to try and take on this province. Not amused, I'm going to figure something out to prevent this from happening. For example, I may just move this set of sacred centaurs to this province and they'll deal with barbarians quite nicely. Alright, what else happened? Minus income and another heretic movement. What's with all those heretic movements all over the place? That's like third or fourth. Where is it this time? This province. Oh, screw you. I'm not going to this arse end of the world to deal with some heretics. I'll just ramp up the province defense there and let them deal with it. Alright. Apart from random events, nothing else of notice. Okay, I'll set up all the spells I want to cast now that I have access to enchantment level 7, and I'll show you what I've come up with. Okay, here we are. I've decided to cast Gift of Health with one of my transformed pens, so my pretender can get straight to reviving my heroes of old that have died mostly to my ineptitude. So next turn we have one of our heroes. I can't remember, probably this one because he's more experienced, but hopefully Dintanos also get his chance to be reincarnated and kick some more ass. Also, I'm assembling some kind of raiding parties here so I can fan out and take all the provinces that are lightly guarded from Helheim in one turn, thus undercutting his income, powering my own up, and generally messing with his troop deployment. For example, I would very much like to isolate this castle and quickly take it out because it has another throne that I would very much like to get. Whatever this throne is, I prefer that I had it rather than them, because for example Throne of Water is quite a powerful thing for my sacreds. If this one gives, say, excuse me, an auto all my sacreds or something else like that, it will be a game changer. Building more temples because my dominion still not at its full potential. It's 12 temples out of 15 that I need, so continue doing that. Patrolling the province, waiting for lab to be built. I should have made that previous turn, but my hasty decision to move some troops away messed with my orders when it comes to building construction. Some of my pens are getting transformed. They were delayed because I was channeling on my games to cast that Gift of Health as soon as it becomes available. But after that it's pretty much all into transformation. I need a lot of mages. Okay, next goal is construction 6 because I can use quite a few items for both of my mages and my thugs. Then I'll probably deepen to both conjuration and blood magic for extra troops, and in case of conjuration there are also a couple of spells, if I remember correctly, that I can use. Oh, I'll get to it when I actually research it. I can't remember off the top of my head what I was going for. Okay, anything else I forget to mention? No, that's pretty much it. I can figure something out about those barbarians, and I'll see you next turn. Okay, so we cast Ritual of Rebirth. We cast the goddamn Gift of Health. Probably some of our feeble-minded mages are already starting to recover, considering that they sit in our strong dominion. Magic site search-wise, nothing of notice. I started to search with my nature mages again, but no dice. Well, somebody get brain damaged from transformation. Nothing serious. He'll probably get well in a couple of turns. Who else? Dark knowledge, one more death sight. Can't get enough of those. Every little bit helps. All specs, no more rare sights. Voice of Apsu, one more water sight. This time a frozen forest, ice druids, and lot of water and calm, and some nature and calm, very useful. And on top of the lab of all places, so I can actually recruit those druids. Oh wait, no I can't, they actually need a temple. Alright, I'll probably do just that, because they can both spam cleansing water against the undead and use actual banish, so I'll be using those probably, if I won't forget. So many possibilities, I'll bound to skip something at the end. Alright, who's got actually revived? Let me see. That's Mega Stake, our former prophet, so he's still priest level 3. That's a fine trick you can do with your prophet. You can get him, then you can actually suicide him, and you can get him revived via Ritual of Rebirth, so that you can declare him a prophet again. So if he started with no priest levels, he will be level 3, then level 4. On an actual high level priest, that can get him up to level 5 total. That's a complete overkill, but there are actual level 5. There is actually one level 5 holy spell, I think. Yes, divine channeling that powers up all your other priests on the field. That's extremely rare to see, but a very useful thing indeed. You can also get to it by other means, like giving your priest a crystal shield, or if he both a priest and astral mage, he can cast power of the spheres, but I'm probably okay with just level 3 priests. He can reanimate, for example, or other awaking mannequins, since he is Pangaean, but mannequins are also useful units. Alright. Next one on the list is Dentenas. He also needs to be revived before he gets off the heroes list. He's getting awfully close to doing just that. The last position on the list. Don't screw me, game. I want this guy back. I need to repay for my mistakes. Okay. Other events, proclamation from Armor. And you profit from Armor. Third time in actual game they declare a profit, so they lost 2 already. That's not a good sign. They are getting pummeled by Helheim. We need to act and act fast. One more transformation into Yeti. Oh no, one more transformation into Spider. Giant Spider. And then there we have a great spider. Go figure. Spiders. All of the sorts of spiders. And somewhere we have an actual regular spider, which is also feeble-minded. I can't remember where exactly. That's an ant. That's also an ant. Here you go. That's a large spider. Spiders come in all shapes and sizes. Okay. That's a few battles between Armor and Helheim. Helheim pushing with 170 troops, with quite a lot of their nationals with glamour. Not something you want to knock on your door. Just a few actual crappy serf warriors, otherwise pretty much elite troops. Okay, unexpected events. Some golden vine shield. Vine shield is a good item for tags. I'll probably give it to some of mine. I started to accumulate a few Minotaur Lords just for that purpose, so I'll go and kick some ass alongside my alongside my mages and actual army, so get some diversity there. Okay, and the second, minus province income, inconsequential. My province income grows from turn to turn because of my dominion. Okay. No barbarians so far, but they're coming in a few turns. Oh, the Academy of War from which it all started. You didn't provide, unfortunately. Okay, I'll set the rest of my turns up and show you what else there is to see about my strategies on this round. Alright, I decided to send my newly rediscovered Prophet Mega Stake to the front line so he can blood sacrifice. That's some ability that's available for nations that have both priests and dark blood magic. So he'll sit here and basically sacrifice blood slaves to push my dominion into Helheim lands. That's a good thing to do before we actually attack, since he's a strong priest. That will be quite a push. And what else I'm going to do? I'm starting to produce more lifelong protections. I want everyone to wear those, if possible. Also, I'm transforming the rest of my pens. I'm going to use a large amounts of transformed pens as battle mages, so I need at least a few with good mobility and nice strong chassis. going to be forging much more interesting items in a couple of turns when I get to construction 6, especially when it comes to blood magic. Otherwise, pretty much business as usual, waiting for barbarians here, setting up to attack this Uber throne. I dread to imagine what's there to defend it. By the way, I'll probably need one of my Holy 3 dudes to actually get up there to claim this throne, but that's assuming I actually take this thing. What else? I probably should get more Black Harpies to scout in advance of my forces. That's thing to consider. And I'll also try and get me some conjuration so I can summon troops to bolster my army, because this amount of centaurs, that's quite pitiful as far as our southern flank is concerned. Okay, I'll get to the next turn, I guess, and I'll see you there. Okay, more Haruspecs, more transformations, more site searching of various other kinds, another brain damage during transformation. Nothing serious, considering I have a strong healing dominion. Oh, I don't here, but it's just a matter of time for my dominion to push up here. Or I can send this thing back to my inner provinces to recover. More transformation into moose, more transformation into trolls. Trolls actually still cost upkeep, so that's not that brilliant. They just like 1/4 less cost per month than my actual pens, so I won't transform him again, but I'd prefer something like Yeti that don't actually asks for wages and still just as good chassis wise. Okay, transformation into boars, into falspawn, into various other strange things. That's a Leogryph, hybrid between a giant eagle and a lion, wingless griffin or something. Okay, dark knowledge, nil, nothing, more nothing. Most importantly, did I got my actual hero that I so badly managed to Yes, here he is, back in business. I'll have a special setup just for him, because I don't want him to die again out of my stupidity. Look at those hit points. Basic HP 35, 66 in my Dominion because of Gift of Health. By the way, Gift of Health starting to take its effect. This guy was certainly feeble-minded since he was transformed into Falsepan in the first place. Now he's fully capable and will probably contribute to research, since his body is still weak even with a health bonus. Alright, I'm feeling it. Everything's going Millhouse. Alright, that's a good day for everybody involved. Okay, Helheim continues to pound their more into the dirt. I won't be able to delay my attack much further if I won't actually there be any more to fight Helheim alongside with me. Okay, one more turn to get to construction 6, and that will be pretty much it. I'm going to be forging items and assembling my troops and attacking all at the same time. Or I'll try and wait till this army returns, but that depends on whether there'll be anything to return. Considering my luck, I may actually suicide this whole bunch of troops to this throne, since I can't actually remember what that Great Mother particularly will cast. Maybe it will be something like Earthquake, and that's pretty much death sentence for all my ground troops. Okay, I'm going to give out all the orders, show you what I've come up with, and then roll over the turn so we can see how the battle for this turn ends up going. Right, here we are. The two main things I would like to show up is first that my setup to attack actual throne. There will be some menates to take the first blast of whatever they're going to throw at me. Then there is my centaurs waiting to be buffed. There will be Serpent's Blessing, Relief, Wooden Warriors, Strength of Giants, everything I can get so far. I'm unfortunately one level short of mass regeneration, or I would have thrown this one as well on top of everything else. Excuse me. Second thing is there is one particular rant somewhere. Here it is. He regained his mind. He's still completely incapable of actual fighting. He has 1 HP, so he'll be squashed in any combat, but he can still contribute by casting lab spells and researching. So here you go, little ant. Go and do some useful things. Alright, everything else pretty much set up as intended. Let's roll a turn and see how our attack on Throne performed. Okay, here we are. I have a few minutes before this episode comes to a close, so let's go straight to battle at the throne. I won't even spoil it, let's see it as it unfolds. Okay, here we are. First thing that goddamn Earth Mother doesn't is cast Curse of Stones. That adds quite a bit of fatigue to all my troops who failed the resistance check. Thankfully we have quite a good resistance across the board. We counteract that with our relief anyway, so whatever. Serpent's Blessing, Wooden Warriors, Strength of Giants. Go my minions. Wipe the floor with those jokers. What do we have? Earth Gnomes. That's like Earth Elementals, only weaker. We have Vine Ogres, quite scary, big and tough, but extremely easy to hit. And will have enough damage to punch through the hit points. We have some heavy cavalry, that's not that scary. It's worse than our buffed centaurs anyway. We have some militia, negligible. We have some horse archers. I don't like archers. I have a few archers of my own, but I don't like enemy archers. Okay, let's go and see. Dryads get... Menates getting slaughtered, that's what they're here for. Here come the imps to also get slaughtered and provide us with some distraction. More Curse of Stones, but relief still in effect, so we won't accumulate that much fatigue anyway. Okay, what about poison resistance? Yes, there it is, 5 poison resistance for everyone, not that much, but can be useful in certain circumstances. Then our centaurs go forwards to attain death or glory. Look at how that's like trying to lay your hand on a bus, so they just carve out enemies in their turn and repel most of the attacks on the enemy's turn. Armies starting to melt. The Earth Mother seemingly out of gems, otherwise she would be no, she still has a lot of gems. She just accumulated over 100 of fatigue, so she's basically taking a nap. Well, go and take a nap all you please. We will murder your troops in the meantime. Thunderbolts also taking their toll. Just what they're designed to do, to take down stronger troops with more HP. That's great. The enemy's army completely destroyed. Our forward centaurs actually getting to their archers. They berserk, so they will never retreat. Mute. He can fight perfectly well without shouting profanities, even though he's berserk. 22 strange. How about that? From the base of 14. That's quite a scary centaur, if I do say so myself. 21 defense skill while berserking. Look at this. That's the troops that will carry the day. If anything, against Helheim I expect them to take the majority of the fighting. And how's relief? Well, some of centaurs actually quite fatigued, but they all are quite fatigued. No, some actually don't. What do you know? What's the difference? I guess that depends on whether or not they have resisted the Curse of Stone casts. Because some of them have like 100. Oh, maybe that's the sleep vine attacks from the enemy mannequins or what have you. Okay, everyone routed except for the Great Mother who died in her sleep. Perfect. Right, all I have time left for is to examine the throne that we captured. Everything beyond that, including random events and things of that nature, will be in the next episode. So what's the throne? I called it. Blessed troops get awe. You thought our centaurs were scary before? Imagine all that plus an awe. So anyone with morale less than, say, 12 to 14 will regularly fail to actually attack our troops. Also, our Hierophants get awe, our prophets get awe, our dryads get awe, everyone gets an awe. That's awesome. Literally. I need to send someone to capture this thing. I guess you are going to take a flight. I think I slightly overdid it on lifelong protections, but they'll be used for good. So whatever. Okay, that's 34 minutes on my end. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next episode.